All right, we'll surf on over here. Then use our little up the clip. Oh my god, I didn't even... Oh, this is not gonna end well. Oh yeah, I didn't even see them. You and me both, sister. What's up, Internet? Magic Man here from MMOBomb.com, bringing you another first look video. This time it's for HAWKED, the free-to-play PvEvP shooter treasure hunter. We'll get into it. That's in open beta right now as of this recording on PC, with a console release coming later. If you like this type of content, make sure you give us a like, a subscribe, turn on those notifications, and come on back for the podcast, other first looks, free-to-play weekly, and everything we've got going here. We're going to spend about 15 minutes or so checking out HAWKED, letting you know our first impressions of the treasure-hunting, puzzle-solving, extracting PvEvP shooter. So if you've played games like The Cycle, right, where there's a hub, and you and your squad port down to X place, in this case, literally X Isle. I mean, My.GAMES, the publisher and developer there. I mean, I get what you were going for. Exile. Anyway, hop on down to whatever the place is and find your objectives and extract with them, right? So you have all these different PvE things to do. Well, in HAWKED, you are just like Legends of the Hidden Temple. You're going to try and break into the Shrine of the Silver Monkey and extract with sweet, sweet artifacts that you can then later use to enhance different abilities or weapons. We'll get to that later. So, obviously, comparisons to Fortnite come to mind right away with the graphic style. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. It's got a very cartoony look, but it also has, in some cutscenes, I do air quotes there that you can't see, cutscenes that are more in a comic book style. It's got a cel-shaded comic style to it that's a little more towards, you know, what you're used to in comic books than what they do in Fortnite. I actually prefer the style in this, but your mileage may vary. I enjoy the art style, even if some of the animations and things might be a little wonky. But that's to be expected. It is in open beta. That open beta is running to the middle of August here. You can go onto Steam, search HAWKED, and immediately get access. There is an issue 0. Their season passes are going to be done in issues, a la comic books. Issue 0 battle pass that's free to everybody in open beta, and whatever you complete in that battle pass, you get to keep as the game rolls into a future launch. There is a planned console release. However, the My.GAMES team has not been ready to give information on what consoles it'll release for, when, crossplay capabilities, none of that stuff. They've also kind of been mum on the whole queuing up with people on your same platform. So we don't know yet, because the controller is supported here, right? If you want to do mouse and keyboard, great. If you want to play with a controller, great. You could do that as well. There is an aim assist involved on the controller. So yeah, a little bit of different control schemes there, but it's natively supported. So what is the point of HAWKED? Well, you are a member of Grail. You are a renegade that is just treasure hunting for hire, right? And as you explore the map, which does not have the Battle Royale cloud effect, that's not the point of the game here. It's not to just nuke everybody that's on the map. As you explore, you are tasked with cracking open the treasury, a big vault at the end, claiming an artifact and extracting with it. Along the way, though, you'll notice in the top center of the screen, we are getting little glyphs, because to unlock the treasury, there's going to be a big panel of different icons, and we're going to have to hit the right icons in the right order to unlock the treasury, claim the artifact, and get our butt to extraction. How do we do that? By traversing the map using a number of different traversal controls, WASD movement, sprint to run, control to slide. You have a little grapple/hook shot. There's also environmental things that you can use, zip lines and little rope elevators, things like that. Traverse the environment to try and find these little puzzles. Now, they can vary. They can be as simple as, hey, there's a big boss here. Go ahead and kill it, and then you'll be able to claim a glyph. You can see at the top of center I have 3 glyphs of the 5 needed to crack this treasury so far. So we're going to make our way in our squad of 3 to 2 other glyph locations and try to claim the glyphs. We could take out a big boss, we could solve puzzles like little memory games, or matching icons, or turning on waterfalls. There's actually been, in a few matches here, quite a bit of variance. Yeah, a little bit of duplication here and there, or very similar puzzles, even if the answer isn't duplicated from one match to the next. Now, you queue up in squads of 3 right now, and you can do that with friends, or you can just queue up and get 3 randos. And there is in-game voice chat supported in both a push-to-talk functionality and an always-on functionality. In all of my matches so far, nobody's really talking, but of course, if you and your friends are gaming, you can forego Discord if you want to and use the in-game chat to do that instead. Along the way, there are other events. Like, we're coming up onto a caravan here very shortly, and that is kind of a side event, a big boss monster with a lot of treasure just stuck to it, and you can knock the treasure off of the big boss and then eventually kill the boss and gather that treasure. While you're playing throughout the game, there are small trinkets and other pieces of treasure to find along the way, so that when you've completed a match, even if you didn't extract with the artifact, even if another team got there first, took it, and got out of there, you still come back with loot that you can sell and use to upgrade your current loadout, go with different equipment, and change different things about your character's customization. Speaking of that, right off the beginning of the game, there's very little customization. You're kind of just picking out 1 or 2 characters and then modifying a few colors and hairstyles and stuff like that. But just like Fortnite and other games in this ilk, this free-to-play space, you are going to have a ton of customization. Everything in the Issue 0 Battle Pass is cosmetic related. While there's no shop per se as far as a cash shop, there is an in-game shop right now, but there's no cash shop for us to look at in the open beta. I would very much expect this to follow traditional free-to-play hero shooter, battle royale type monetizations with maybe a rotating weekly store, that type of thing. So you can gather in-game currency now. There is no cash shop currency for us to really be diving in and seeing what's available. But based on the Issue 0 Battle Pass, which you do get to keep all those items into launch, I would expect it to be highly, highly cosmetic. Now, the aspect of this game that I really was looking forward to was the puzzle nature of it. It's all well and good to say, hey, you're a treasure hunter, and go get some treasure. Great. But the puzzle aspect is what really drew me to it. And so far, I am very much enjoying that aspect of things in HAWKED. It is kind of creative to get to these spots and have to solve some type of puzzle, whether that's looking around the environment for clues, whether that's rotating parts of a pillar that is standing in the middle of this dais, whether that's shooting icons in the right order to turn on 2 waterfalls and get a stone wall to fall to reveal the glyph. They've all been very, very neat and something different in this genre for me, and I was very much looking forward to those, and so far, I haven't been disappointed. The game does have its fair share of traditional hero shooter or battle royale mechanics in finding weapons on the battlefield, on the map itself, and upgrading those weapons as you go, picking up other items that may increase your health or increase your shield stability. You do have a loadout that you can come into the match with, including up to 3 artifacts. So as you extract artifacts or find them through caravan treasure hunting or whatever, you are able to equip those in various rarities, up to 3, for additional benefits. For instance, if you do the tutorial, which I do suggest, you will extract an artifact in that tutorial, and I believe it's the same across the board. It gives you a little stamina reduction as far as how fast your stamina replenishes, and your sprint speed, even though the animation sometimes looks like your character's kind of got to go to the bathroom a bit. Once you've gotten all the glyphs, head to the treasury, unlock it with the glyph codes that you have been given, grab the artifact, and make it to extraction. Now, this isn't the be-all, end-all per se. There is no Battle Royale cloud or anything going on here. Yes, you are going to run into other squads of 3 as you play who will take you out. There are multiple resurrection points on the map that you can go to respawn your teammates However, they're going to respawn with no gear, no weapons, or any of the consumables they were carrying, so they'll be at a little bit of a disadvantage if you do manage to respawn them. Grab the artifact and head to Extraction. At Extraction, it's kind of a capture the point. You've got to hold the point for a little while, fend off these monsters, which are called disciples, you're seeing all over the map, and other players while you capture the extraction point, and then you are able to use the extraction point to send all of your treasures away to your base, your home base, which is kind of a general hub area that includes both the shop, some NPCs for quests, for in-game purchases, and an elevator to your personal quarters where you can do things like change your character appearance. Or if you've unlocked whole new character looks, like right now you can get an archaeologist in the game, you can replace your entire character and then change your cosmetics from there. You can also then extract yourself after the artifacts have been sent up. And if you do so, you will retain any consumables that you got on the map and are still holding when you reach extraction. As I said, though, extraction isn't the be-all, end-all here, bad boys, because even if another team extracts with the artifact, you are still free for a limited time to go treasure hunting. That way you can farm up pieces, get some extra loot, find an extra caravan, take them out, take out some players for maybe your weekly, daily, or seasonal quests. They are all in here as well. So you do have a chance to earn, even if you quote-unquote lose. You weren't the team that extracted the artifact. You'll have a limited time after the artifact leaves where you can mess around and then you're kind of forced to extract. But yes, you can make gains even if you're not the winning team on a match, which I thought was very cool. So there is a kind of a point to playing even if you don't happen to win. All in all, I gotta say, this was one that I was looking forward to, and I am enjoying it very much. It is a little wonky in some areas. Graphically, there's some weird things, bushes you think you can run through, and they just absolutely have a hitbox. You can't move. There are traps via hidden temple stuff, like you see different flame traps and things like that along the way. It is pretty unique. I enjoy it so far. I'm a little worried, as always with these types of games, at the repetition factor, right? Once I've played 25 matches, have I seen everything the game has to offer until the next patch, the next update, or whatever? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But right now, you can check out the game for free for about the next 2 weeks in open beta. Just head on over to Steam, request access. You'll immediately be given access to the open beta. And anything you farm up on that Issue 0 Season Pass, you'll be able to keep as the game heads to launch. I hope you enjoyed this look at HAWKED as much as I did. I'm Magic Man from MMOBomb.com. Love talking to you. Love hanging out with you. Let's go treasure hunting. Until next time, stay safe. We'll see you on the servers.